Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. There's an old joke that tells of a mother who took her daughter to the doctor. It seems the teenager was waking up and feeling nauseous most every morning. The doctor performed some tests and confirmed his suspicions. He told the mother, "Your daughter is pregnant." The indignant mother said, "That just can't be. My daughter has never been with a boy that way." The doctor didn't say a word and simply went over to the window and stared out. After a few moments of silence, the mother said, "Doctor, what are you doing?" He replied, "Well, the last time this happened, some wise men came over the hill, and I don't want to miss it this time." Certainly, the birth of Jesus was a miracle. But that's just the thing. We can recognize a miracle when it happens, but it's not always easy to define what a miracle is. One dictionary describes a miracle as an extraordinary event in the physical world that surpasses all known human or natural powers and is ascribed to a supernatural cause or to God. And I guess that gets to the real heart of the matter as well as anything else. Miracles are when something happens, and the only way we can understand it is to ascribe it to God's action. This week we are going to talk all about miracles and give a closer look at the miracles Jesus did among us. Today my hope is to give you some introduction to miracles as they are presented in the Bible. When I talk to our confirmation students about the miracles of Jesus, I usually begin by showing a video of the illusionist David Copperfield flying. We watch together as he floats, soars, carries things, turns, flips, and more. He has no visible means of support. You can't see any wires or anything like that. When the video is over, I ask the kids if what they just saw was a miracle. Well, generally our kids are fairly sophisticated and they say no. They know it is an illusion, a trick. However, the door is then open to talk about what a miracle is and how we might know something is a miracle or not. Usually, they end up with the observation that the trick or illusion tends to point to itself, but a miracle points beyond itself to God. It's an impressive insight. In the Gospels, there are 37 miracles of Jesus recorded. 22 of them are mentioned in Luke, 21 in Matthew, 19 in Mark, and 7 in John. Some of the miracle stories are told by more than one gospel writer, but there are also some miracle stories that only one gospel writer has included. And at the end of the Gospel of John, it points out that there are many other things that Jesus said and did that aren't included. And we might wonder about other miracles that Jesus may have done. But while we're talking about John, I need to mention that John treats miracles differently than the other gospel writers. In Matthew, Mark, and Luke, miracles are often done as Jesus has compassion for people and acts to heal or save them. But John includes 7 miracle stories, and they are major points in his gospel story. The miracle of water turned to wine or the healing of the man born blind are good examples. These are long, complex stories within the gospel, and John makes it clear that these things are done as signs of who Jesus is as the Son of God, the Messiah. Another good example of this in John is the raising of Lazarus from the dead. When that story draws to a close, the question of who Jesus is has risen to such a fever pitch that the religious leaders decide to end things quickly. The raising of Lazarus to life leads directly to Jesus' death. Typically in the Gospels, when a miracle is described, not just the circumstances and the events are told, but also the response to the miracle is included too. How did that demoniac respond to being freed? What did the 10 lepers do after they were healed? How did Jairus respond when his daughter was brought back to life? These parts of the story are included too, and lead us to ask how we respond to those miracles and to the miracles that God works in our own lives. One final thing. Generally, the miracles of Jesus can be split into 4 categories, and these are what we will explore the rest of the week. Some miracles are miracles over nature. Others are miracles of exorcism, and still others are healing of physical maladies. Lastly, there are miracles of resurrection. To close, I want to share a quote from Gustav Olin, the Bishop of Sweden and a prominent theologian. He wrote, "Miracle is not that which one doesn't understand, but that which faith perceives." May we perceive the miracle all around us. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.